Welcome to today's practice video. This group started in Melbourne back in March 2020, and our daily movement and mindfulness practices are still going today. Please subscribe to the channel. You're welcome to share this. If you would like to join our daily practice, drop us a note. Details are on the About tab on the YouTube channel. Remember that the journey of 1,000 miles starts beneath your feet, so I hope you will be inspired to join us for daily practice.
Musical oracle is going to be Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell says, "Learn to write in your own blood. Some things need confessing. Others are better left unsaid. Never lose sight of the miraculous." Thanks, Joni. Welcome to practice, everyone. Today we're going to do 5 elements Qigong, which isn't a formal sort of set of forms. It just means that we're going to do 5 forms, one for each of the organs in our body that correspond to the main meridian lines: our heart, our liver, our spleen, our kidneys, and whatever, I forgot the other one, heart. And we'll learn one form for each of them, and in between the forms we'll just allow some stillness. And as you probably know by now, Qigong is all about stillness. It's all about that idea of letting go of learning. It's not about learning the grand answer to the universe. It's about just trying to let go of the habits and patterns we have that hold us back and stop us just being in the moment and enjoying life and having gratitude for where we are right now. So you might feel like you're tuning in to learn something, but the masterful trick of Qigong is that all you are doing is unlearning. All right, let's allow ourselves to arrive into the practice today. You might just drop an anchor and, without judgment of wherever your mind is, just allow it to settle. Many ways you can untangle your thoughts. You might bring your attention to sounds around you. Or you might bring your attention internally, just focus on the feeling inside your body. Maybe scan through your body and notice any elements of tightness or soreness. Every day we feel different. Whatever busyness is in your mind, without thinking these are good thoughts or bad thoughts, just allow yourself to slowly bring your attention towards your breath. You might start to follow the journey of your breath. Each inhale, follow it all the way. And then as you sigh out the out-breath, just allow your lungs to completely empty. Take our hands down to the side. We'll inhale to slowly lift up, turn the palms up, reach up. As you exhale, just allow the palms to come down, drawing the energy away from busy mind and towards the mid part of the body. We inhale to lift up, reach up. Exhale, slide out. We inhale, drawing in new learning today. And we exhale to maybe let go of any repetitive thoughts, anything that doesn't serve us. Whatever's present for us right now, we sigh it out. Take one hand to the heart center, one hand to the belly, and just bring our focus back to the breath. Start today's practice with one of my favorite Taoist stories. I'm sure most of you have heard it before. The story of the farmer. It's a story that keeps coming back to me all year in 2020, dealing with COVID and all the challenges of our current lives. So this farmer was very poor, and he only had one horse. One day his horse ran away. And all the neighbors came over commiserating with him and giving him their best wishes. And he said, "Oh, this is so terrible for you." And his answer was very simple. He just said, "Maybe." And then after a few days, his horse miraculously just turned up, but it had also got 7 more horses with it. All of a sudden, the farmer had a whole group of horses to help him plow the fields, and all the neighbors came over. They were so happy for him and patted him on the back and told him what great fortune he must have. And his response was the same. He just said, "Maybe." And then the next week, his son was breaking in one of the wild horses, and it bucked him off, and he fell off the horse and broke his leg. All of a sudden, the son that was the main person who did all the work at the farm couldn't work, and all the neighbors said, "This is terrible for you." And the farmer replied the same way. He just said, "Maybe." And the next week, when the army came around, they had declared war and they were conscripting soldiers. They took every son of every family in the village except the farmer's son, because he had the broken leg. So he got to stay and not go to war. All the other families were sad, and they said, "This is great news for you." And the farmer just said, "Maybe." The story just reminds us that we spend so much time judging good and bad, thinking we know, thinking we understand where things are going. And all this planning just dilutes our ability to enjoy the present, to be in our lives. And if we're always thinking ahead of what's coming, maybe every moment is stolen and we don't ever get a chance to properly live. So today is a very simple practice. It's not the practice of learning. It's just the practice of maybe letting go of that idea of always needing to know what's going to happen. The next time you feel yourself telling either yourself or your friends that you've had good fortune or bad, maybe just stop and pause and instead just say maybe. There's neither good nor bad. Who can say it? Maybe out of this time, we will learn many things, get rid of old habits and patterns that have held us back. So collectively, we just see what happens. All right, today we're going to do a standing Qigong practice. So come up onto your feet whenever you're ready. And we're just going to start bringing our toes up and then slowly place them down on the ground. Press through the heels, press through the ball of the feet. Just allow yourself to rock forward and back, maybe side to side. Just feel the connection, feel the support of the earth. Maybe scan through the body and just see wherever there might be tension, tightness. You might shake it out. Let's bring our fingers up to our chest, just tapping across our sternum. This is the end of our kidney meridian, also the start of our lung meridian out to the side of the chest. Just move energy around the body. Let's open out one arm, tap down that arm, down the lung meridian. Turn the palm, come up the back of the arm. Come back across the chest, back of the neck, back of the shoulder. Open the opposite arm. Down the front of the chest. Maybe knock either side of the spine, the kidneys. Just bring some gentle movement into the body, down the side of the legs. Rub around the ankles, come up the inside of the legs. Now we're going to do that same motion, but this time just brush around the head, the body, the back of the body. Just brush all the way down. Bending your knees as you come down. And you might spend a bit of extra time on any area of the body that feels like it might need some extra love. And we slowly come up. Let's allow our torso to move from side to side. Arms just kind of move with the movement of the waist. Just let momentum do its magic, let gravity work its magic. So the hips mostly stay forward, knees and toes forward. And allow yourself to slowly come back. We're going to curl our spine, bring our chin to the chest, elbows come in, and inhale to open out, open the chest. Exhale, side out, curl the spine. Inhale, open out. Inhale, just find your own rhythm here. And sigh out. Let's just shake out the body. All right, when we do the 5 elements Qigong, I usually start with the metal element. And this is our lung and large intestine, where it's believed when we're out of balance, we hold sadness and grief. This is why we are often closed off and hunched a little when we feel that sense of loss. Let's inhale to slowly lift our arms up, shoulder height, and then exhale, drop the elbows towards the body. Inhale, take the arms up. And turn the palms towards each other, fingers pointing in. And just allow your shoulders to drop, Knees might bend a little. Bring the attention back to your breath. This form is usually called embrace the tree or holding the tree. Feel your arms heavy. And just allow maybe a little bit of movement as you breathe, as you expand through the belly. Maybe the arms come out a little. And as you sigh it out, maybe the shoulders drop and the arms come towards each other. Let's get a sense of that energy outside of the body. When we bring our metal element into balance, we're usually finding our connection to others. Maybe appreciating time, beauty, presence. We do this through our breath, through our connection. Feel the extension beyond your own body, your sense of self outside of your skin. You might bring your attention to that area in between your arms. Let's inhale together. And we're going to exhale and turn the arms to the side. Side out. Inhale, open one arm out. Press through the heels. And exhale, draw the palms back towards each other. Fingers back to pointing in. Inhale together. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, open the arm wide. Exhale, draw the palms towards each other. Inhale together. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open the arm out. Drop the shoulders down, sink through the heels. Exhale, draw the arms together. Inhaling. Exhale to twist. Inhale, open the arm wide. Exhale, sink back through the heels, draw the hands together. We're going to bring the hands crossing over at the wrist and bring the fingers just to that lung one point, just below your collarbone, inside your shoulder. So we bring our body back into stillness. We'll be here for a moment or two. We use stillness to bring us awareness of where we're at, to allow us to watch, to notice, to listen. When we're always busy, rushing around, we think we're doing so much, achieving so much, but sometimes we're just stuck in our patterns, in our habits. So this stillness might bring us awareness of these habits and maybe help us form small intentions. So instead of our thoughts being, I don't want this or I don't like this, our thoughts move towards, I choose. Whatever the intention may be, it's a way forward. second element is the water element. We're going to take our left hand deep behind our butt, just resting on our lumbar spine, our kidneys. With our right hand, sweep down. Follow the arc of the hand with the eyes as we turn, and the palm faces the direction the hand is moving. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling, let it go. Allow the lumbar spine to twist a little as you follow the hand with your eyes. And just bend your knees as far as is comfortable. Our water element is where we hold our fears. To bring the water element into balance, we need to embrace the idea of not knowing, of trusting, not needing to control the future. Let's take our right hand behind the back, left hand scoops, gathers up water energy. As we flow, we meet an obstacle, whatever it is in our lives, we simply learn to move around it without objecting to it, without questioning why it's there, without using all our thoughts to be preoccupied with that sense of obstacles are put in place to stop your movement. And we find our water element flow. Maybe start to see the obstacles as opportunities, ways to learn, that we gain strength, gain resilience by overcoming problems, getting past obstacles. So whatever rock there is in the stream of life right now, we just flow around it. Maybe over a long, long time, we erode it. This is what water does. As we slowly come up, we're going to bring both hands behind the back and take a downward facing prayer. So palms together, fingers pointing down, and hands resting on the lumbar spine. Shoulders open, sink into the heels. Just feel the energy of your palm pressing into palm. And we slowly bring our body into stillness. You might say, I have arrived. This is my destination. It takes a long time to reprogram that idea that you always have to be moving to achieve, to have purpose. So just allow the stillness to come to you. If your mind is still too loud, just come back to your breath. As we bring our body into stillness, this is when it repairs and restores itself. You might bring your attention inside your body. You might slowly feel your heart rate start to slow. Maybe a sense of your blood pressure dropping. This is when our digestion starts to happen, when we stop moving. So if we're always moving, we never truly digest our food, turn it into the energy we need. When we become still, this is when our immune system switches on, protects us from illness. When we're always moving, we tend to pick up a lot more things from the universe. Wherever your mind is taking you right now, just bring it back to the breath. Feel the expansion of the belly. And you might feel that breath expansion around the base of your spine. As you move the oxygen into this part of your body, you slowly switch into that parasympathetic nervous system state, that rest and digest mode. From the water element, of course, becomes the wood element, growth, plants, trees, flowers, all comes from water. We're going to step our left foot back behind the body and just take the back foot to a 45-degree angle. Bend the front leg so the knee is on top of the ankle, protecting the ankle. We're just going to take both hands pointing towards each other. Inhale to draw energy into the body, shifting the weight onto the back foot, and then exhale, shift the foot onto the balance onto the front foot. You just feel like you're slowly turning a big wheel in front of the body. When our wood element is out of balance, this is when all those little irritations and impatiences build up and everything in life annoys us. And we're in the wood season right now, spring, time of windiness, time of being blown about. So if you're feeling angry, feeling frustrated, that's okay. We use this form to bring our wood element into balance. And the way we bring it into balance is simple acts of kindness, of connection. Tricky to do in these pandemic times, maybe. There are always ways to connect with people. Feel the energy between the two hands as you move through the arc. Shifting the weight forward and back. Let's step that back leg forward. The right leg comes back this time. Bend that front knee, stack the knee over the ankle. Bring the palms together. Inhale to draw them towards the body. Weight in the back foot. Exhale, let it go. And we step our back leg forward, feet under the shoulders. This time we're going to draw our fingers and thumb together in two small circles and bring the hands just up under the rib cage, elbows out. Weight falls back into the heels. Maybe remind yourself again, I have arrived. This is my goal. As we find stillness from the wood element, we remind ourselves that when we stop reacting and responding to everything around us, this is when we find strength, when we find resilience. The story of our life isn't what happens to us, it's how we react. What do we do next? As you come back into your breath, you might feel some of that qi moving through the body. Just take a moment to get a sense for your feeling of aliveness right now. Just listen. This mudra connects our heart, lung meridians, our large and small intestine meridians. Helps draw our attention inwards. Now we move on to the fire element. From wood comes fire, of course. After all growth, there needs to be a sense of letting go, a sense of allowing for the new season to begin. So in fire, we're in full bloom, our heart and small intestine meridian. Let's turn our palms up. We lift up, reach up, way up high. Big inhale, and then sink down through the heels, drop the palms. We're bringing our knuckles towards each other, elbows up, side up. We inhale to slowly raise the hands up, drawing the thumb and fingers together, and we open out. Take the hands out to the side, sink down, let it go. Inhale, lift the hands up, drawing the little fingers up together. Exhale, side up. Fingers point down, knuckles turn towards each other, elbows up. Inhale, take the hands up. Draw the fingers and thumb together. And allow it to open out like a fountain turning on. Feel that energy dropping down. As you like. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, knuckles come together. And exhale. When our fire element is out of balance, we might feel agitated. We might feel like we have too much energy and nothing to do with it. We might feel impatient. And when we bring our fire element back into balance, this is when we become present, when we experience joy just in the moment, not needing to be anywhere else for anything to be different to how it is. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, side out. Inhale, knuckles come together. Fingers and thumb come together, and just allow that fountain and opening of the heart. Side out. Shoulders curl in. Inhale, lift up. Heart meridian ends along to the tip of your little finger. So feel that joining together of both sides. Exhale, side out. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Let it go. We bring our two hands together, forming heart in front of the chest. When our fire element comes into balance and we find stillness, this is when we feel clarity, when we have allowed our chi and our blood to flow and our blood to have brought new oxygen to all the cells, organs of our body. When we are flowing and moving and feel alive, feel present. When we feel this clarity, this sense of clearness, this is when we make our best decisions. When we move not as a reaction or a response, we move because it's the right thing to do, because we know where we want to be, how we want to act. This is our sense of being in Wu Wei, of effortless effort, actionless action, where we become efficient. We don't have to be there right now. We just sit in the stillness, watching, noticing, listening. Final form, we come to the earth element. After fire, there's a sense of regrowth. Let's bring one palm facing down, the other facing up, elbows out. We inhale together. Exhale, we take one arm out. Take a big kind of figure eight, inhaling back to the center. And then the other hand drops, rises, comes back to the center. You might feel like it's a big infinity symbol. Inhaling to come back to the center and then out, exhaling. And just find your own rhythm here. Movement on the out breath. When our earth element is in balance, we feel centered, stable, trusting. And when our earth element is out of balance, we might feel anxious, worried, focusing all the time on what we've lost, what's been taken away. We bring our earth element back into balance by slowing things down, by being stable, drawing things into the center, staying in our breath. And we come back into stillness. Let's bring our palms together, center of the heart. Rest the thumbs on that sea of tranquility point in the middle of your sternum. Just take a moment to scan through your body and get a sense for how you feel right now. You might feel a little bit of the tingling from the movement of chi through your body. We use every practice to gain awareness of where our body is at, where our mind is at. So take this time to just be in stillness. before we go back to our busy days. Simple rules for stillness I always remind myself of. Number one, stop planning and anticipating the future. Number two, stop holding on to the past, always looking back. Number three, be completely present. Enjoy this moment for whatever it is. The most important one, number four, leave our minds alone. Wherever our minds are taking it, just watch. Listen without judgment. If our mind is too busy, we just come back to practice another day, maybe another opportunity to unlearn the habits of a lifetime, the patterns of a lifetime. Let's bring our palms together, create a little bit of heat. And if you'd like to, slowly bring them up to your face. Just take a moment in gratitude for the decision to practice today. And as always, many thanks for sharing the practice with me.